For this fight, we are in the light heavyweight division, all thanks to our fantastic sponsors, Eurotech Auto Services. Introducing first, fighting out of our blue corner, this man weighed in at 92.7 kilos. In 4 fights, he's come out victorious 3 times. Training under Suman Makhtarian, he fights out of the Australian top team in Sydney. Please welcome the Mac Truck, Luke Mackenzie. Fighting out of our red corner, he weighed in at 91.6 kilos. 2 fights, 2 wins. Training under Benny Alloway, he fights out of BBA MMA on the Gold Coast. Please welcome Slammin' Sam Dobb.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Eternal 45. I stand corrected, Eternal 45. The big
Peter
boys have
Hickmott
entered
is
the
our
cage.
referee.
Slammin' Sam Dobb versus the man they call the Mac Truck, Luke Mackenzie. They touch him up, and here we go.
Yeah, if those fight names are anything to go by, we're in for a burner.
Let me tell you something here, Sam, a judo black belt.
Yeah, they call him Slammin' Sam, so let's just see if he can get one.
And there he is.
Close
There's the
enough.
first one for Slammin' Sam.
Immediately looking for ground and pound, but we've got an active guard here from Mackenzie.
Peter Hickmott, our man in charge. These two do not like each other.
Slammin' Sam, slamming fists.
An intense stare down at the weigh-in yesterday. Slammin' Sam staring Luke Mackenzie down as he walked to the cage. They touch gloves and they're touching each other now. Here we go.
Mate, we went from the flyweight straight to the light heavyweights. These fellas look like they could eat the boys from before.
Massive jump, I tell you. The crowd is behind Slammin' Sam here tonight. As mentioned, he plays rugby for Bond University, first grade in the Queensland Premier competition. Short, not short of experience when it comes to semi-professional sport. But do not count out Luke Mackenzie. He fights at an Australian top team under UFC fighter Suman Makhtarian. Jacob Anderson, the big boys have arrived.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting because Mackenzie's the actual one on paper. He's the one with the blue belt. Slammin' Sam's the one trying to get him down.
Well, I tell you what, an even match of skills, even though they are different. They possess a different set of tools. Both men will look to utilise what they can to benefit them both here tonight.
Really seeing a battle for that underhook. Going to dictate what happens and who can take position on the cage.
Sam Dobb has an amateur record, an undefeated record of 2 wins, 0 losses. Luke Mackenzie, 3 wins with only 1 defeat. Experience stands with Luke Mackenzie. But momentum, you'd have to think, at the moment, with Sam Dobb.
Oh, we've got blood there. Can't tell where it's really coming from.
Coming from the nose of Luke Mackenzie, Jake.
There we go. Some of those shots from earlier on.
Sam Dobb coached under the watchful eye of Benny Blanco Alloway, who's not in the commentary booth with us tonight because he is calling Slammin' Sam, and they're right in front of us here tonight. Crowd starting to get behind Sam Dobb. Luke Mackenzie keeping him pressed up against the cage. The instruction from Suman in the corner says take him down. Not an easy feat for anyone when you come up against Slammin' Sam Dobb.
He's asking for a foot sweep, which is a fair call, but look how thick those legs are. They're tree trunks on Slammin' Sam.
Well, I think knees to those tree trunks would do him some good with Luke Mackenzie. Oh! A knee there followed by a left hand to end the round. I tell you what, smiles on both boys. They love it and so do we.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what sort of output we get from boys coming into this second round. It'll be very, very interesting. Benny Alloway delivering some advice in the corner with Sam Dobb.
Let's take advantage of this opportunity to say we have one UFC fighter in the corner of Luke Mackenzie. We have a former UFC veteran in the form of Ben Alloway in the corner of Sam Dobb. Australian mixed martial arts is on the rise, and as they say, the takeover continues, Jake.
Yeah, absolutely. Benny Alloway just coming off a middleweight title bid on Eternal MMA, which was a burner of a fight.
That we have been looking forward to tonight. Luke Mackenzie takes the center of the octagon.
Oh! Mackenzie looking to throw some there, but it did get him backed up into the cage. Peter Hickmont just all over it. He does not miss a trick, does he, mate?
He does not indeed. That's why they call him the Bull.
Overhook from Mackenzie, but head control and the underhook from Slammin' Sam, which is a fantastic position to be. He's lifting Mackenzie up. That's why you can see him up on his toes like that, because it hurts.
Well, look at the pummel from Luke Mackenzie. He's no slouch either when it comes to grappling mid-range.
Yeah, any sort of opportunity he can get. He's trying to get an underhook. That is a split between the eyes on Mackenzie as well. Could be from the grinding forehead.
But a big knee he lands, Jake.
Oh, fantastic. Look how deep that underhook is on the left side of Mackenzie.
What a grueling fight we have here. This is a dogfight, Jake.
Yeah, it is. All these shots count, especially as this fight progresses. The bigger boys, God love them. They got the enthusiasm, but do they have the cardio?
One arm to underhook, the other to whizzer, and the other two go to war. Luke Mackenzie talking to Sam Dobb now. You can hear it.
Oh, there was some of that judo that we saw from Slammin' Sam.
Trying to commit to the hip toss, not successful. Sam Dobb certainly has the crowd behind him here tonight as they start to chant Sam Dobb's last name.
That's got to be enough to spur you on to try and get out of the cage, but easier said than done. Mackenzie is a big man. The height, what it can do for you is that once you get underneath somebody that's shorter than you and you want to stand up, you can pin them against the cage, you can press against them. We're seeing it there. Look at the anguish in the face of Dobb.
Absolutely a grueling fight. Forehead on the jaw of Sam Dobb, probably the most uncomfortable position you can be in.
Yeah, one of the biggest tells is when a guy starts raising one of his feet, it's just an attempt to try and alleviate some of that pressure. You're kind of giving in a little bit. You're saying, yes, this hurts. It's so bad that I'm actually going to take one of my precious feet up off the ground just to alleviate some of that pressure.
You can just see the mouth is open on Sam Dobb. Don't count him out as he looks for that gable grip. Double unders now for Sam Dobb. Dangerous work for Luke Mackenzie.
Yeah, most definitely. I'd like to see some head control from him, though. That was something that Mackenzie was all over. Oh, tries to come around to take the back, but he got a little bit greedy and gave up position.
Dominant round for Luke Mackenzie so far as we count down the last seconds of the second. Massive round for Luke Mackenzie and the boys from ATT.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to think that he stole that one. Had a lot of position, had a lot of success. Was able to grind on Dobb. Be very, very interesting to see what sort of advice Benny Alloway has for him. Coming out in the third in a very, very close fight. You've got to imagine and you've got to impress upon your fighter that you need to do something in this round. Even if you're not certain which way it could go, especially if you're not certain what way it could go, you've got to impress upon your fighter that they need to do something in this third and final round.
As we move into the third round of our light heavyweight bout between Slammin' Sam Dobb and Luke Mackenzie, the crowd is behind Sam Dobb, but you'd have to think the momentum going into third maybe behind Luke Mackenzie, Jake Anderson, Tanira Nathan, and here we go.
Straight in for a double, and we're just seeing exactly what we were talking about. Benny Alloway must have told him, mate, you've got to get in there and you need to make something of this fight. Dobb just comes in and he tries to initiate a grappling exchange. He's got Mackenzie up against the cage, but now he needs to get on the tools and he needs to go to work.
If Sam Dobb can keep the fight here, you'd have to think he'd have more success than he did in the last.
Very high underhook from Dobb there. And better head control as well. We need some action in the position, and I don't think Peter Hickmott is one to let them stifle each other there. Mackenzie using fantastic control. You can see the left underhook there. It's what he used to turn him around like the wheel of a bus. And now he's got Dobb just absolutely smashed up against the cage. And he's actually distorting the shape of the cage.
And like you say, Jacob, that is a big statement when you're dealing with a guy like Sam Dobb. Grappling is his forte. Luke Mackenzie doing a very good job of dealing with that at this stage.
That free hand just moving in for a strike. Any strike that you can get when you've got someone pinned there.
Sam Dobb exploded onto the amateur scene of mixed martial arts. And here he finds himself in a little bit of trouble with Luke Mackenzie, but do not count him out.
Yeah, absolutely. His biggest and most intense test so far for Sam Dobb is the 3-1 Mack truck Mackenzie. There's that left underhook again. Dobb needs to adjust to when he's losing these pummeling exchanges and try and stay in a dominant position against the cage. Beautiful head control.
The story of this fight has been grueling. It's been tough. Both men landing at the same time there.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, just 40 seconds left in this fight between these two light heavyweights.
Dave Allen, the voice of the cage. No one does it better. Crowd has been vocal for the entirety of this fight as we go down to the last 30 seconds. Sam Dobb looking to isolate a leg. Can he do so? You'd have to think he'd be looking to strike here, Jake.
Yeah, just break and strike, just do something. What is really going to happen if you get him down with 14 seconds left?
With 10 seconds left.
Mackenzie just doing absolutely anything to solidify that he has taken this fight.
An absolute grueling war as Luke Mackenzie raises the arms, as does Sam Dobb. What a fight, Jacob Anderson.
Oh, such a hard fight. You learn a lot about yourself in a fight like that when somebody doesn't give up, when they're just in your face the whole time. Literally, I mean, it was a forehead in the face the whole time. I think they might have cut each other with the forehead, with the head control in there. It was an absolutely grueling fight, but a fight that both men will learn from.
Fantastic technical bout. And I like the contrast we've seen, Jake. It was all stand-up with Hawani Selwyn versus Naveed. It was all grappling with Sam Dobb versus Luke Mackenzie. Both fights entertaining, both fights very technical, both fights something to watch here tonight.
Well, how about a round of applause for our two light heavyweights? Absolutely awesome. We go to the judges' scorecards. The judges score this fight 29-28, 29-28, 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision. The blue corner, Luke Mackenzie.